Welcome to the show. Yep, it's the Buddy Show right here on Cool TV. They call me N6, and we do this every weekday, 10:30 to 11 in the morning, and you don't want to be anywhere else but right here on Cool TV, all right? So, I'll tell you a quick rundown of how the show is going to go. Of course, we like to kick off the show with Today in History. Now, Today in History is what is today in history, okay? We'll discuss that, and then we'll get into some entertainment gist and roundup, and then we like to end the show with the Make Your Day video, all right? Now, we kick off the show with Today in History. Now, Today in History is Lollipop Day. Matter of fact, there's a nice little store near my house, and they keep the lollipops just by the payment stand, and I always like to get myself a lollipop. So today being Lollipop Day, I'm definitely going to go to that store and get myself a lollipop. The most expensive lollipop should be about 100, 200 naira, and if you're lucky, it's one of those lollipops that has like chewing gum in the middle, so when you're done licking the lollipop, you get a bit of chewing gum as well. All right, so Lollipop Day, avail yourself of a lollipop today. Yeah. Now, in the news is Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner is in the news. Ew. And, of course, a lot of people are not happy with Caitlyn Jenner. They're even not happy with the ESPYs, and I'm one of them. So basically, Friday Night Lights director Peter Berg is not happy with all the praise being heaped on Caitlyn Jenner. And Peter Berg is now mocking everyone and everybody, from the ESPYs to ESPN to President Obama, for honoring her instead of military war vets, okay? Now, Peter Berg, who also produces and co-stars in Ballers, reposted a very crass, insulting meme on Instagram following the ESPYs, which compares a double amputee military veteran to Caitlyn Jenner. Now, Berg co-signed on the meme with a simple comment saying, "Yep." Now, that's the meme right there on your TV screens, and you can see him actually being very forward with what he thinks. Now, even also in the news, Peter Berg was not the only star to express a certain level of outrage over Caitlyn Jenner getting the award. Miami Dolphins wide receiver, his name is Jarvis Landry. Jarvis Landry tweeted saying, "What exactly is courage these days?" To be honest, what exactly is courage? If you're rewarding a man who went under the knife to come back looking like a lady, as against someone who went to a war zone, lost an arm and a leg or a couple of legs, I don't know which is more courageous. I'm confused. All I'm saying. So Peter Berg slamming Caitlyn Jenner. What's all this Caitlyn Jenner rubbish? Caitlyn Jenner did a 25-minute speech at the ESPN ESPYs, and all I could think about was, you did all that surgery to make you look beautiful, but surgery, couldn't something be done for the voice? Sounded exactly like Bruce Jenner there. All right? What else is in the news? Jidenna is also in the news. American-Nigerian singer Jidenna is in the news as well. All through last week, he got quite a bit of tongue lashing from Nigerians on social media over some of his utterances on a TV interview he granted Vlad TV about being light-skinned and the kidnapping situation in Nigeria. So basically, last week, if you remember, Nigerians on social media dragged American-Nigerian singer Jidenna Mobison after he said in an interview that light-skinned people are more likely to be kidnapped than dark-skinned people, as they are seen as more valuable in Nigeria. Now, Jidenna is finally reacting to criticism, explaining what he meant, and below he wrote an open letter to Nigerians, which he shared on his website. Now, Jidenna went on to write, "To all my Nigerian brothers and sisters, I am, and I always have been and always will be proud of my Nigerian heritage. I understand the pain and anger caused by some of the comments I made in a recent interview, and I wanted to address you Nigerians directly. Now, contrary to popular belief, this interview was not the first in which I mentioned Nigeria. In fact, I'm frequently bragging about how Nigerians attend the world's most prestigious institutions and how we are known to produce world-class doctors, entrepreneurs, innovators, lawyers, engineers, professors, athletes, and artists. Now, unfortunately, people tend to leave these moments out And in this case, highlight the stereotypes. I would never do or say anything to intentionally disgrace the legacy of my father nor my fatherland, but to relay my own story, both the good times and the bad, will be a disservice. Okay, so shout outs to Jidenna. I don't know how many musicians or people would have even taken out their time to write an open letter to an entire nation for something they found wrong on social media. But Jidenna proving to be a bigger man and handling stuff rather maturely, all right? So, last but not least, my third story of the day is 6 tips to ace your next job interview. If you're heading for a job interview and you're worried about yourself, this is 6 tips that you can take to your next job interview, and you'll be very, very sure that you'll probably get that job. Uncle N6 and the good people at the Body Show say so, all right? Now, number 1 tip to acing your next job interview, know your strengths and weaknesses. Now, being asked to discuss your strengths and your weaknesses during a job interview is a very common question that you can ace once you understand what employers are looking for. In order to succeed with answering a strength and weakness question, you must understand what hiring managers often look for in a potential candidate. Another one, understand the employer's company. Now, the best way to understand the company you're looking to get hired is to review the website and look for a mission statement or other core value statements that the company might have that makes them different, okay? Now, what sort of company culture does the company have? Are there any events or images on social media that provide an insight into the personality of the key employees of that company? Very, very important. Now, knowing these key items and being able to bring up topics of interest during an interview can give you a competitive edge and help you stand out to prospective employers while interviewing. Another great tip for succeeding during an interview is to research key individuals at that same company. All right? So this is 6 tips to acing your next job interview. Number 3, highlight your experiences. Highlighting your relevant experience to the position is also very important in the job interviewing process. Create a master list of relevant experiences and highlights you have had throughout your physical therapy career or your career in 1 or 2 sheets of paper. Simply take some time to jot down the key items that you would like to celebrate from your past, okay? Do remember to highlight your experiences. Another one, number 4, understand your long-term goals. You just might be asked this question at your next job interview. Now, are you aware of your long-term goals? Does the company you're interviewing match and align with your long-term goals that you have for your life? Many of the moves you make today have a huge impact on the long-term results of your life. So what you do today can and will impact the future of your career. Don't go anywhere. When I come right back from this short break, I'll give you a couple more tips from my 6 tips to acing your next job interview. All right? It's the Body Show. They call me N6. Don't go anywhere. Short break. We'll be right back. Everyone, welcome back from that break. Yes, it's the Body Show. It's a beautiful Monday. And of course, we're broadcasting right here on Star Times, all right? Now, this show happens every weekday, Monday to Friday, 10:30 to 11. They call me N6. I'm meant to have my buddy Tenny in the building, but she's got a few days off and she might be going on a nice long trip. And we'll rock with her when she gets back, okay? Oh, yeah. Now, I'd like to tell you how to follow us on social media. Now, make sure you avail yourself of the opportunity to follow us on social media. We're on Twitter at Cool TV Buddies. We're on YouTube. Go check out our Cool TV channel. Now, do remember, when you send us a tweet, don't forget to add the hashtag TheBuddies, TheBuddies. Cool TV's got an Instagram page. And do remember, Cool TV, we're also on YouTube, as I told you. Now, the Cool TV app is in your app store. It doesn't matter if you use an Apple phone or if you use an Android Jelly Bean technology. We're right there in your app store. Go download the Cool TV app. You'll be glad you did. It gives you Cool TV on the go everywhere else in the world, all right? Now, I was giving you stories in the news today The first one was Peter Berg slamming Caitlyn Jenner and just literally just going at her on social media saying, what is Caitlyn Jenner? What is going on with the world? And he slammed Caitlyn Jenner, ESPN, and Barack Obama. My second story was Jidenna finally reacting to Nigerians calling him out on social media. And the young man actually wrote an open letter to Nigerians, and it's worth a read. It's right there on his website, the Jidenna website. And last but not least, I was giving you 6 tips to acing your next job interview. A quick rundown of my 6 tips right here. Number 1, out of my 6 tips to acing your next job interview. Number 1, know your strengths and your weaknesses. Number 2, understand the employer's company you might want to work at. Number 3, highlight your experiences. And number 4, understand your long-term goals. I'll tell you number 5, have pre-written questions ready. Now, what are some questions that you can think of that would be relevant to your new position? Is there anything that you can think of to ask your interviewer which can set you apart as a candidate, okay? Coming up with a list of 6 to 12 desirable questions that you can ask your interviewer ahead of time if you get the opportunity will help you to succeed when the employer asks you for frequently asked questions, okay? Last but not least, number 6, do remember to send a thank you email. After one thing that can really set you apart at a job application is to have a thank you letter included after the interview or thank you email. Point blank, you should always include a thank you note after your interview. All right, good. So that was it. 6 tips to ace in your next job interview. Tip number 1, know your strengths and weaknesses. Tip number 2, understand the employer's company. Tip number 3, highlight your experiences. Number 4, understand your long-term goals. Number 5, have pre-written questions ready. And number 6, don't forget to send a thank you letter or a thank you email, all right? It's the Buddy Show. We've also got a Make Your Day picture. How dope is that? Okay, then, take it away, people. Now, this is hilarious, all right? Be careful what you see on social media. Now, if this young lady took a selfie of the picture on the left and you saw it, you'd think she was endowed in the cleavage department. But when you see the real thing going on the right, you're like, no, I have been cheated. Kind of like the internet these days. All that glitters is not gold. Learn to cross-check. Learn to be sure. So anyway, that's a hilarious one. The Make Your Day picture of the day. They call me N6. It has been a fabulous, fabulous time bringing you the Buddy Show today. Do remember to be here with me every weekday, 10:30 to 11. Avail yourself of our social media portals. Go follow us on Twitter at CoolTVBuddies. And when you send us a tweet, don't forget to add the hashtag TheBuddies, TheBuddies, The Buddy Show, or even better, go download that Cool TV app from your app store, and that way you can have Cool TV anywhere you want to go, anywhere in the world, right there on your mobile phone. They call me N6. Enjoy your day. Bless.
So, did you like what you just saw? I know you did. It's very simple. If you want to see more, just subscribe to our channel right now.